Hey guys, how's it going? I am that socially awkward gamer you probably forgot existed, otherwise known as Patty Jack, and you're probably looking at the screen being like, what the crap is he playing? I've never heard of this game before. This is Space Rangers 2 Rise of the Dominators. This is the old Steam version that is not available on Steam anymore for some reason. I had the original version at one point, but it got lost at one point when I moved, so I got it way back when, and this is one of my favorite games of all time. I don't know how many hours I've sunk into this game. Basically, this is a 2004 Russian game developed by Elemental Games, and you've probably never heard of them either because they've only released these games, and it was published by 1C Company, which is another Russian publisher. You might know them from Red Orchestra 2, so they're a bit more well-known, but even so, yeah. So I don't expect you to have heard of this game. There aren't a lot of videos of this game circulating around either, mainly because this game is almost impossible to record. I tried probably 4 different recording software before I managed to get it to actually work. So, yeah, I'm actually running it through OBS right now. I had to kind of fiddle around to get to actually record my monitor. It's really, I don't know how I did it actually, but it's working, because nothing actually picks up the game. It's really weird. So, yeah, I have no idea. Anyways, this is a Russian game, and it's been translated over to English. It's mostly text-based with all the conversing, so it works pretty well. There's a couple nuances every now and then that you'll notice, but okay, so I'm going to explain what this game is for you guys. This is a turn-based space exploration game, so it's kind of really hard to explain. It's kind of, you've got all the commerce, the fighting, the trading, the exploration that you'd find in like all these like turn-based, probably civilization builders. So you think of things like Sword of the Stars 2. You know, it works on a very similar turn-based mechanism, except everyone's turn goes at the same time. So you kind of choose where you want to go, you map it out, and then you hit the button, and everyone moves at the same time. So it's interesting. I'm gonna show you a bit of the gameplay because this is a really underrated game, like incredibly underrated. I think it even has like an 8.6 out of 10 on sites like GameSpot. It's really good, but no one knows about it. So you can't get it on Steam, unfortunately, anymore. They took it off, but you can probably find it on like eBay, Amazon, Green Man Gaming, places like that. So yeah, and also I can't put this into widescreen, so I might stretch it out, or it might be in 4:3. I haven't decided yet. We'll see how it looks when I put it into my editor, because it doesn't support it. You know, because, you know, Russian games from 2004. Sorry. Okay, so we went over to a new game. This is the character creation. So you have 5 main races in the game. The Maloks, the Palings, the Humans, the Fians, and the Gallians. Basically, they all offer their own traits with them. So, you know, Maloks, big brutes. These guys, the Palings, are generally pirates. You got the Humans, which are your all-around characters, as they seem to be in most games. The Fians, which are kind of like the brainy scientists, and then the Gallians, which are very focused on religion. So they've got a lot of diversity of what type of character you want to make. Whatever race you choose, you can kind of go through different avatars and choose the one you like most. That one is gross. Really gross. Hello, Mr. Pirate. How's it going? Alright, let's be that guy, because he sounds awesome. And then you can go and choose your sub-category. So I could be a fighter, a mercenary, merchant, corsair, or pirate. Now, each different race kind of handles these subcategories different. So, human pirate has a fast ship, quality weaponry and equipment, but you start out with no money, and the Maloks and Gallians and Fian races all kind of hate you. So you're not going to go over to their planets and mingle very well, as opposed to if you were a Palang pirate, and you'd have kind of like a standard ship and a rocket launcher, which is really good for starting out in the game, actually. And you have really bad relations with Gallians, Fans, and Humans. So, yeah. So it does change everything. So if you're a merchant, you get a big ship, good quality equipment, but it's going to be worn down, so you're going to have to repair it more quickly. And then you've got good relationships with pretty much every race. So let's start out as a human. Should we go? I kind of like. Let's see. So you have really bad relations with Gallians. Let's go with that one. This is just kind of a test, and then you have your difficulty levels, which is fantastic because you can kind of switch it around kind of your custom needs. So you can put it on like a default setting, but then you can kind of go in and just change how many Dominators you want. So Dominators are kind of like the main enemy in the game. They're trying to take over the galaxy, and all the races are working together to oust them. They're kind of like Transformer robots. And yeah, so the races are trying to like fight them off, but then they've got all their own problems as well with each other and all that crap. You can change all your price ranges and like everything. So it's fantastic. We're gonna keep it on normal. Then you can go over and choose your base skills. We will go with accuracy and we'll stick with accuracy and trading. That sounds like a good idea. Okay, and then you can choose 2 things to start out with as like a bonus equipment, so you'll get like a better version of whatever you choose. Generally, you want to choose kind of like a fuel tank and an engine, because you need the fuel tank to have enough fuel for the engine, obviously. So if you want like a really fast ship, you would do that. So we'll just go with that. You can also choose like weapons and grippers, like pick up space material and everything. And then we'll name him, I don't know, Testes. Yeah, why not? There we go. So it's all through text. There's no like actual voice dialogue because, you know, Russians. I don't think you'd want to hear that anyways. Yeah, so basically the story is that there's 3 different types of robot races that are warring against each other, but also trying to take over the galaxy, and all the organic races are trying to fight them off. It's actually really interesting. So you can take part in that, or you can completely ignore it and go off and be like a traitor or a pirate. Basically, the game will solve itself. The game will end by itself, but you can help them fight everything off if you really wanted to. And then, like, different solar systems will change status between occupied by Dominators or taken over or not, and all that stuff. So we will just kind of, we'll just skip the training. Okay, so we're gonna go take off here. So this is kind of like the menu screen when you're on a planet or a space station. So you can go over to the government screen, which you can like do different interactions, like you can get missions or quests or whatever, and you can buy certain objects and just kind of learn more about stuff. And then there's like the trade center. So I could buy foodstuffs, and say they were really cheap here, I could go sell them on a planet that was like that they were way more expensive and hard to find, and you could earn a profit that way. So that's kind of how you do all the trading. And then you have like your basic like equipment. So you can buy all this stuff and add it to your gear. And then there's the information center. This kind of gives you like news as to what's going on throughout the galaxy. So they give you like, say that ship was apprehended and they put him in jail. You know, like all these ships you could interact with in the world, and it's really fantastic how they did it. Like they'll tell you which systems are taken over and all this type of stuff. On the Pony planet, fucking yeah, pony references in this game too, apparently, from 2004. They're psychic. Totally psychic. Okay, and then there's like my ship screen, so it's got all the stuff I have already. And yeah, so I've got this stuff in my storage. This is like the stuff I started out with. I'm -8 now, that's wonderful. But I can fix that by selling my old engine and fuel tank, because this is like better stuff that I started out with. Okay, now we're gonna refuel and take off into the depths of space. Alright, so you've definitely seen this type of top-down perspective before. This is nothing new. But kind of the difference in this game is it's not all real time. So if I wanted to move around, I would click here, and then that's one turn or one day. Hit the spacebar, and then I go that way. So that's kind of how the movement works. And if I wanted to go to Earth over here, I can just do that. I'm going to go straight over to Earth and land on the planet, and then I can kind of interact and figure out what I want to do. So there's another ship over there that's a transport ship. Generally, it's not hostile. You don't really want to piss them off in their own systems, because then you'll have the authorities coming after you, and that'll suck ass. Like, really, really suck. It really sucks. Okay. And now, yeah, so say there's really good prices on weapons here. Unfortunately, they're outlawed by the little symbol there. So, I could buy them cheap, but this planet would hate me if I did. So, I'm not going to do that. What we're going to do is we're going to take off. and then we are going to actually go and see if we can get into a bit of combat, because this is literally just to show you guys kind of how the game works. So what I'll also do is show you, like, you can pick up things. So, like, click on that's like old mineral stuff that I can take to plants and sell off. So those are minerals that were just floating around in space from a destroyed asteroid or something. You can also pick up like parts off of blown up ships and everything, so you can get like scavenge fuel tanks and weapons and stuff, and then sell those for profit. It's a very in-depth game. I don't think I'd be able to like really show you exactly how great it is in in the time I've got here. Okay, so we're gonna go just kind of search around for. Maybe if we follow him, he'll lead us to someone. We're not going to attack him because he's a transport. He's a nice guy. Hey, there's a one Malloc over there. There we go. He's a pirate too. Okay, so we don't have to have any moral debates over this. He's a pirate. He's an asshole. You can kind of tell he's a pirate from the type of ship he uses. So you can pretty much tell. You can get different ships as well. You can buy a completely new ship if you wanted to. So, and what we're going to do is kind of talk to him. So if we right click on him. Oh, that's scanning. Never mind. It's been a while since I played this. There we go. Alright. So as you can see, pirates don't like my type of people, my humans, and all that stuff. So he's pissed at me, as you can tell by what he's saying. Yeah. Alright. So what I can do here is kind of extort money from him if I wanted to. That would lead to a fight, definitely. He would not be happy about that. And I can ask him to help me attack another person. So if I were a pirate and I wanted to take out a transport, I could ask all the other pirates in the place to like attack the transport with me, and then we would kind of fight over the loot afterwards. Like a lot of the time when you do that with pirates, they will attack you anyways because they're assholes. But you know, and then if I'm getting attacked, I can help people who might like me a lot, and they might come in and try to help me out to ward off any enemy that's too much for me. All right. And you can also try to recruit people into joining you. And you can trade with them directly. Yeah, so let's see what he has. So he's got that stuff. So I could buy some like minerals from him if I wanted to. I don't really want to because there'd be no point in that. Where are you going? Okay, he's going to go land on the planet. We're just going to wait for him to come back out. There we go. Yeah, and then it gives you little notifications down there because the story behind you is that you're a ranger, and they're the people who are really going to try to stop the Dominator. So you start out as part of the Rangers, but you don't have to actually go and do anything with it. You could just go around and do whatever the hell you want, but it will give you a little notification saying, this is where the Dominators are attacking. Please go and help them. And if you do, you get like a ton of increased respect, and you kind of rank up in your Ranger status. So it's neat. Very neat. We're just going to kind of let him get away from the planet so he doesn't have anywhere to land. He's going to try to exit the system. So, what we're going to do is enter combat with him. So as you can see, it's kind of changed the status symbol there. And here we go. So we're really going to piss him off right now. He's not going to be happy. And you can just kind of let the days go by and the combat keep rolling. So, yeah. I'm not sure exactly how well this is gonna go. It's probably not gonna go very well in my favor, but if that happens, then it happens. Let's see if we can just kind of talk to this guy. Okay, I gotta get my clicks right there. Alright, so I've got one guy trying to help me out here. Hopefully that'll work. See if I can get this other guy. Cool, so I got two transports in the facility trying to help me out here. Hopefully I don't get destroyed in that time. Which I probably will. Not gonna happen. I'm gonna blow up. Yep. Yeah. So, I blew up in the third day of my Ranger training. This is, again, just to show you guys how it works. Yeah. And then another big part of this game is actually the text-based quests and stuff. So, what they'll actually do is send you to a planet, and then you'll kind of enter this, like, text-based thing. And I'll show you that in another video, and I'll show you kind of how that gets overviewed and everything. So you kind of go through all this text-based browser type stuff, and it's actually really interesting. It sounds a lot better than it sounds. That didn't make any sense. I apologize. I'm completely out of it. Alright, so I'm going to show you a bit more in the next episode if you guys are actually very interested in this game. So let me know if you are, and I'll keep making videos for it and kind of show you how to do it, and maybe start my own Let's Play of it. So please let me know, guys. I am Patty Jack. I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.